Hey guys, I'm back with my second episode of my tutorial series, which hopefully will be going for a while, because everyone always needs help, so I'll be the one who tries to help you guys. Today, I think I'm going to explain keyframing. I just imported this clip and then did some different things with keyframing that you might want to do. This is fresh, straight imported, just dragged it into this little new composition box. And you'll see these black bars. Sometimes that happens. You just take the box right here and resize it so that it's there's no black bars, and then bam, it's fine, whatever. Okay, so now to the keyframing. What a keyframe is it's a set marker here. If I press T, it's a shortcut for opacity, or you could go down with the arrow and then see opacity here. And what you do is you see this little stopwatch here, and what it does is it sets whatever value it is at the current time to that current time. So if it's at 100% opacity, then you click this and it'll stay 100% for everything after it until that value changes. So at 1 second, say I wanted it to be 0. Well, this creates a fade out. Maybe I wanted it to go to 0 right away. Well, then I'd go right before this keyframe and make this one 100. So from this keyframe set to 100% opacity, it will stay 100 until it gets to this other keyframe, which is also 100%, so there's no change, but then fades straight out into 0. So it goes from 100 to 0 in however many frames that would be. I'm going to guess like 4 frames, because that's a very small amount of time. But usually what you want to see is a gradual fade in, like I did here. This is at 0, and then this is at 100. So it's a fade in into here. I'll show you. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but here. It fades in, see? And I can even drag this out, and it'll fade in even longer. But that's not usually wanted, because sometimes it cuts into the shot. But I don't think that's the case in this case. But yeah, sometimes you want to use that as a transition or introduction into a shot. Also, pardon me, I'm sick, and the reason I'm doing this now is because I don't have school today. So yeah, and then okay, let's go back to this one. Another reason you would want to use keyframes is maybe you have a song with a really upbeat like snare or something. Like I know rap songs have that little like a high-pitched ticking sound, and some people like to use the opacity for that, or they can scale it if it's like a very deliberate beat, so you can like take it and then zoom in, and then what I did for all these other clips, by the way, is I totally just copied and pasted them. So like whatever you wanted, you could just like copy and paste, and I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna look good, but it's not gonna suck. It's not going to be exactly on time. This is just for a tutorial. Yeah, there's a slow kind of scale in, whatever. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll show you that, guys. I'll show you that in a sec. Here's the scale and stuff. See, it just zooms out and in and stuff. And usually there would be like a song and go to the beat, but I don't have a song that I wanted to use, so, yeah. Back to this. You just click the stopwatch again to get rid of any keyframes you've set, by the way. And don't press it again after you press it to like act like you're going to set a new one, because that doesn't work. That just gets rid of all of them. I know some people who make that mistake. What you can do is if you don't want to like... Here, it's a better example with opacity. Say you want to go like the first one where it goes 100, 100, 0. You can't just change this to 100 and then have it set another one, because you're not changing the value. Like if you set it to 99, then it'll make one because it's a different value. It'll go from 100 to 99 in that 1 second. So let's delete that, and I'll show you what to do. You can come over here next to opacity, and you see this little diamond here. And even if it's not changed, you can use this button to click and make a keyframe. And these arrows, if you have a whole bunch of keyframes, like this, oh my god, you can like use this to go through each keyframe. Each little keyframe is followed by another, so you can like use these little arrows and find them. It's actually pretty handy if you're looking for a certain one that you want to change the value of. And yeah, it's really handy. Okay, now get rid of my keyframes. And I was going to show you this blinking here. All you would do is go from 100 to 0. It's pretty simple. Then, you know, back to 100. And then it creates this kind of I'm not trying to be perfect here. I know it's uneven. That's not even... Ooh. It's 16. Okay, yeah, it creates a kind of blinking effect. And a lot of people don't know how to do this. I didn't either. I thought it was a plugin, but no, it's just tedious, time-consuming keyframing. And it creates kind of that blinking right there, you see? And I can go over here. There's like slowish kind of blinking. They said this is a quarter, so it loads faster. And see how it's kind of like deliberate and like slowish. I don't know. Yeah. And then this one's fast for like those rap songs with like the crazy whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah. That's pretty much the basics of everything. I can show you guys with a plugin maybe. Let's see. Twitch is a good one. Or maybe, yeah, let's do Twixter. Everyone loves some slow motion, so let's find a place where we want to Twixter. Let's do when he's reloading. So I would cut this right here. Ooh, that's a Camtasia thing. I don't want to do that. I hate recording with Camtasia. Can I... You know what? I don't know how to actually... Okay, there we go. Control-Shift-D is how you split. It's how you usually do it. You can see all these shortcuts up here if you come to the menu. But Control-Shift-D on Camtasia is something else. So I can't do that right now. Okay, now on here I'll put Twixter. Not on this one because I don't want it warping, but on the second one, where the second half of it is. And let's see, my clip would be 60 FPS. So here in this input frame, I would put 60, and it should be pretty close. Yeah, that one. This is just what I do for Twixter. I can make a Twixter tutorial later on probably. Now, if I want to say make it, okay, it's 100%, so it's going to stay 100. If I had not put 100 and I just put something else, it would have gone straight to that something else. Like if I put 2, it would have started at 2%, which would have looked really funky. So if I like say I want to move it down to like 5 or whatever. Ooh, wait. Oh my gosh, stop. Okay. Back to 100, please. Let's not do that. Okay, let's close this and press U. U opens the keyframes you already have, which is pretty nifty. Now, if I were to go here and then change the speed to 5, I want to see what this looks like. So V to snap that side of it here, and N to snap that here. I can make a shortcuts video too, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. This isn't meant to look good, it's just meant to show you guys that you can change things to slow motion and stuff. Yeah, it's kinda... Ugh. Yeah, but you can see that it goes straight to slow motion, which is pretty sweet. Because everyone loves slow motion. Everyone doesn't like this warping, though. So this would be a bad clip for the thing. Yeah, for the Twixter. It has to be in a place where there's not as many varied background colors, like right here. And yeah, that pretty much sums up keyframing. I mean, it can be used for everything. Everything requires keyframes, everything in the world. And yeah. I can't think of anything else you guys would need to know. Everything is pretty self-explanatory. Like, if I get rid of this and come back over here and start a new comp, then add a certain plugin, optics compensation, Everyone knows this one. If I say do this, I can go right before the shot, and then whatever, I can change this and it'll hopefully zoom out. What? Did I do something wrong? I swear. No, I didn't. Okay. And go one frame forward with the little button right here. And snap back to 0. That's all keyframing right there. So let me go ahead and show you guys this. Keyframing made this entire plugin what it did. Yeah. So. Ooh, one thing I can show you guys. Don't tell anyone. Is if you take the intervention shot and insert it into your clip, and right click it, go to time, and time reverse. It makes a swooshing sound. So if you press LL for waveform, you see it's reversed. See? It's like whoosh. So I'll come over here to where the shot happens and click the end bracket, and it should line up, and it makes this cool little swooshing sound. See? Bam. That's probably someone's first OCE right there. I know it was mine. Because it's just so simple. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that ends my tutorial. Sorry if it was long. Hopefully it helped some of you guys out. And next episode will be rendering. I'll probably just make a quick little OCE with this clip and that effect, just to show you that it's doable and looks alright. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, link this to your friends, share this and whatever. Make fun of my crappy sick boy voice, and have a good day.